Hi, this is David with the PlanningTemplates.com website. Today I'm going to be providing a brief introduction to the Planning Templates Portfolio Income Distribution tool. This tool is an asset allocation tool that is based on the concept that many refer to as the retirement bucket strategy. The tool is an Excel-based workbook file. I'll open that up here. The tool contains multiple tabs. We have a cover sheet tab, lifestyle income sources tab, investments and benchmarks tab, bucket and allocation tab, and a target allocation summary tab. Let's take a look at the cover sheet. And the cover sheet is there just simply if you need a presentation page for a printout report that you might be supplying to someone. The next tab is the Lifestyle Income Sources tab. In this particular tab, what we'll be doing is we'll be identifying what portion of someone's gross annual income is going to be coming from the liquid investment portfolio. They'll have a gross income. Some of that will be coming from fixed income sources. Some of it will be coming from the liquid portfolio. And the bucket strategy is looking at how we're going to manage the liquid portfolio and how we're going to allocate that among buckets to handle the income need through a series of years. So we'll enter the income up at the top. The data entry cells, by the way, are gray backgrounds, so you can tell which ones they are. Down below that, we'll enter our fixed income sources, and then the worksheet identifies for us what portion of that income then is coming from the liquid portfolio. We'll indicate the current year, an age point of reference, and the value of the current liquid portfolio. Okay, let's look at the Investments and Benchmarks tab. The basic idea on this tab is to identify what investments we've elected to use in each of the buckets, and we'll also indicate the annual earnings assumption for each. The data entry cells are to the left here, and in the center column here for the return assumptions. Let me briefly give you the intent of each bucket. Bucket number 1 is usually a cash bucket. Stability of principal and liquidity are primary goals. Bucket number 2, the purpose is to supply a return somewhat better than cash and yet insulate it to the greatest extent from normal market ebbs and flows. Bucket number 3, the intent is to be in the market, fully invested all the time, riding up and down with the market as it goes. Okay, let's look at the Buckets and Allocation tab. This is one of the more important tabs in the model. And in this tab, we're going to identify our inflation assumption that we want to apply to the annual portfolio withdrawals. We indicate the number of years of income that we want to store in each bucket. In this example, I've entered 1 year for bucket 1, year 2 through 8 in bucket 2, year 9 and forward for bucket number 3. Additionally, we're going to indicate the asset allocation that we're choosing in each bucket for each of the investments that we entered in the prior tab. 100% in this line item for this cash. A 70-30 split between the two investments I've selected for bucket number 2. And we're going to do a 50-25-25 split between the 3 investments I've selected for bucket number 3. Then the model is going to tell us, based on the number of years of income we've indicated for each bucket, based on the earnings assumptions that we've built into the model, and the investment choices and allocation that we've selected, how much money we currently need in each of the buckets. And that's indicated for us in each of the buckets. Bucket number 2, and then bucket number 3. Okay, let's move to the target and allocation summary. On this page, we're going to see an overall target allocation based on all the entries that we've made in the other tabs. We'll see all the investments that we've listed in the model. We'll see the current calculated value that's needed in each of those investments. And we'll see an overall portfolio percentage for each. Again, I said this is an asset allocation tool based on the concept of the bucket strategy we're identifying the amount of money that needs to be set aside in buckets number 1 and number 2 for X number of years to provide the income needed in the meantime while we allow the growth-oriented investments of bucket number 3 to ride up and down with the market as it goes. Thank you for listening to this brief summary. I appreciate your time, and this tool is available on the planningtemplates.com website. In addition to this video, there is also a more detailed walkthrough of videos, about a 20-minute in length video that can provide some more details on how this tool can be used, and we hope you'll check it out at planningtemplates.com. Thanks.